I'd like to welcome you to Logan's Bar. I just am shooting it from here because I'm very proud of this little area. Thank you, Greg Garner and GW Woodworking, for this bar. I am going to endeavor down a path this winter. It's 2021, December 3rd. I'm a hobby artist, so I paint in acrylics, do some drawing as well. I'm not a professional artist, I'm a hobby artist, which affords me the luxury of painting and drawing what I want to do, not what people want me to do or pay me to do or a gallery wants me to sell. So I've gotten in and out of art over the last 20 plus years, but this winter, not sure what spawned it, but I've got some juices flowing to do some paintings. So I went Cyber Monday sale at Michael's, Black Friday, and got some canvases. I ended up getting 10. Some are really large, some are 8x10s. Some of them will take 2 or 3 hours, some of them will take multi-hours. They are all of my family. They're my story through life. That's what I enjoyed painting. When I started painting 20 years ago, I painted anything and everything because I wanted to get better and be able to paint anything, but mostly I wanted to paint my family and it not look like a little kid or a woman who's 30. I wanted it to look like my wife or my son, where someone who knew them, grandmother, whatever, would know that's Peyton or know that's Matthew or Chase or Andrew, not just somebody, a kid that age. So that's very challenging when you're doing figures. It's a little easier when it's a portrait and you smile and say cheese and there's a lot of detail, but that's not what these paintings are. So as I embarked down this little journey over the next few months in the winter, I thought I would videotape my process. I've never done that. I've done a lot of instruction in art. I've done progressive pictures of the paintings as they progress from drawing to rough in to finished, which is nice. It's educational for me. I'm still learning to see my process and to see how the painting evolves, but I've never videotaped. So I thought this time around I would do a little, we'll call it a little painting series for anyone that's interested. My main goal with this, besides maybe some entertainment, is to possibly encourage someone out there to take up this hobby, this fantastic hobby, which relative to other hobbies is pretty inexpensive. For the price of a trip golfing and a few beers, you can spend some money and get going with painting and drawing. I would say for a couple $100 you can be pretty established and do quite a bit. I've not bought a tube of paint in a couple of years, and over those couple of years I've done some paintings, and I believe I don't think I'll have to buy any with what I'm doing now. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to do 6 8x10s, and I'll take you in the living room here in a minute and show you why 6 8x10s and how they're going to go in the family room. I've got some other large ones, different dimensions. All of them have my family members in them, so they're all a little more challenging than maybe a still life or a landscape. But again, that's what I enjoy doing. It's why I paint. I paint for me, and hopefully this will educate some folks a little bit. I'll probably do the first video. I'll sketch out one of the pictures just to show what it takes to draw, basic drawing skills to kind of block in some of these areas and what's important. And over the course of those 10 paintings, I'll go in and out of art instruction, what I'm thinking, values, edges, all kinds of things that to me are important, and what I do to try to make a painting I'm happy with, which is really all you should be after. So hopefully this will be entertaining. We'll see how it goes, and hope one of you out there may get inspired to pick up a brush, especially over the winter months, and move some paint around. So we'll see how it goes. I will take you to another room now we'll get started. So here we are in our living room. Tall ceilings, a lot of space on some of the walls, which is where I plan on putting some of this new artwork. I've got a few very large pieces I'm going to do, and then I've got 6 of the 10, I think there's 10 of them, that I'm going to do those 3x8s that you see on both sides of the TV. 3 on one side at the top, 3 on the other. And you know, here, it's pretty bright in here, I apologize for the light coming in. There's some of the painting party paintings that I've led over the years, a couple of them that we put out during the holidays. The reason I show those, the process I use doing acrylics and painting, even a finished commission portrait, I do the same process. It's exactly the same process as I would doing basic shapes and paintings like this. You just get a little bit more detail, put a little bit more information in them. This is a larger painting that I did of a castle we stayed in a few years ago in Scotland. I apologize for the glare. Let me turn the light off and see if that helps you see the paintings better. It may not actually, I don't know. But these are some of the paintings that I'll do that are 3x8s. I love doing the smaller ones. These are probably, 2 hours, maybe up to 3 hours to do one of these. Again, they're just 8x10s rather. They do have people in them. They're my people, right? They're our kids, my wife, and there's some challenge with that, but I love the challenge of taking. This is a larger painting. I don't know the dimensions, but you can kind of see my hand, the size of it. But there's my family in the evening when we lived out on the farm. It was a scene that I watched, hundreds of times, and I knew it wouldn't last forever. So I, chose to capture it and then paint it. And to do something, a figurature like that, Peyton's grandma would look at that and know it's Peyton, or that's Chase, or that's Matthew, and to not be able to use features in a face, how do you capture that where it doesn't just look like a 10 or 12-year-old girl on a bike? It looks like that 10-year-old, 12-year-old. That's the challenge. That's what I want to talk to you all about and walk you all through, especially through the drawing phase of it. Again, I do these in acrylic. They dry really quick. You don't have to walk away from it if you don't want to and let it dry, or work into it quickly, wet into wet like an oil. I love the acrylics, like the flexibility and how you can correct things. And I guess any medium that you get used to, you can do things with them. But anyway, just wanted to show you all some of the artwork similar to what I'll be creating here in a bit over the next few months this winter. And I will take you upstairs and show you where I'm going to do them and a little bit more about the actual subjects I'm going to be painting. And these are the 8x10s I chose to stain them. This is just burnt sienna smeared around. Don't know why, honestly. Normally I don't do that. I leave them white, but I did. I choose to tone that, and I've sketched out one of these already on here. And again, I will walk through probably just this one here, which is Chase, Peyton, and Matthew. But the reason I may walk you all through this one is it does have a lot of perspective that I think about, including people as well. So we'll see about that. There's again, I took all these pictures on trips and whatever. Matthew and Peyton. I love the challenge. It's simple. There's a simple story going on here for me, but there's a challenge that I love. I love the challenge of capturing them and it looking like them. And someone that knew them at that age would have known it's not just a little boy, it's that little boy. There's a gesture, a posture, there's just simple shapes that I've got to capture or this won't work. And that's what I want to kind of take you all through more than anything. There's the clan, there's Haley. They're same age as Peyton. That's my brother's daughter's, my niece. And that's them playing out the farm. That's one that I'm sure Andrew won't care that I paint, but I'm going to paint it anyway. That's the one I kind of sketched out, the boys helping out Matthew and Amber. There's one in the creek. That's out at the farm. Again, these look, I know, challenging, and they are challenging, but they're going to be a good challenge. This one here we just did in Costa Rica. It's a picture I took the last evening we were there, and the day before, and it was lunch, and I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to paint that one on that big canvas, so we'll see how that one goes. This is one I took. We were at Pikes Peak. It was Amber and Peyton. Just love that they're above the clouds, and there's just something about it that's magical to me. I'm going to put it on that one that I just showed you that's vertical. And then I'm going to put that one on a big one as well. I think, and you'll see when I do this one, there's another picture I took exact same angle, but it's landscaped, that has Chase and Kira. I think they're down here in this picture, but it shows them better. So I think I'm going to take this one, which I really like because it gets up in the sky, but I'm going to put them from the other picture. I'll show you, and that'll be good to exercise to show you kind of how you do that. But anyway, just wanted to show you all kind of the challenge that I got before me. Next video I'll do, I will spend some time and talk about how to draw, and I will take one of these. I don't know where it went, this one here, I guess, and we'll draw that out on a piece of paper so you can see better, because you can't see much on these. And we'll sketch this out, not a finished drawing, just show you how far I take one before I start painting, and that'll be the next video. Hope this helps you, and a little bit of educational, but more than anything, it inspires you to pick up a paintbrush, because it's, as far as hobbies go, it's an inexpensive hobby. For the price of a round of golf, you can get started in painting. To be honest, at $200-300, you're good as gold. I haven't bought a tube of paint in a couple years probably. It goes a long way, and it's just wonderful to do in the wintertime and very rewarding. I've never, I used to golf all the time, and I've always kidded, I've never thrown a paintbrush or broken a paintbrush over my knee, but I've definitely felt like that golfing. So anyway, I'll get off here and we will start on a drawing video, and then after that we'll get into some of these paintings.